action.
Thank you for joining us, everybody. My name is Donovan.
I am indeed Colin.
And this is episode 145 of Salt of the Streets. This is part 4, the grab bag. You made it through.
Now you get to be rewarded.
That's right. That's right. Yeah, we're gonna work it. It's gonna be great. So
we're gonna attempt to save Donovan's soul this time.
Yeah, that was a crusher. We are out here. So again, thank you guys for joining us. I want to remind you to like, subscribe, and share this with all of your friends. Tell them that everything that we're talking about, we are in fact trying to inform everyone that we all deserve freedom and liberty on an individual basis.
And as Kevin Garcia said, the government doesn't want people to be informed and to know what is about to happen.
Correct. You can find us on Instagram, YouTube, everything at Salt of the Streets. We also have our own personal social media. I am at Salt of the Street on Twitter and at alpaca_Donovan on Instagram. And Colin is at Big Bird Alfie on both of those things. You can find all that at saltofthestreets.com. The sponsor for this fourth and final segment of 145 is JP Bakery, Leggings and Aprons on Instagram. Go there. Cakes, cupcakes. Again, she does the English muffins and all the things. She sends them. It's fantastic. She could ship them to you. Go there. We'll see a little video at the end. It's great. This is the grab bag segment. This is Colin Run. He curates it. It's fantastic. I need this.
Yes.
I need some cheer in my life. Let's do this. What do you got for me?
Like we talked about in the end of the last segment, we're gonna keep with the crushing morosity just for one more minute because we're gonna talk about John Kirby. I feel like his title changes or he wears multiple hats because I've heard him referred to as the White House press secretary or spokesperson. Yeah. But he's also is the Department of State or the Defense Department spokesperson. He's always talking about lots of shit. And so what happened was a report has come out now it's been declassified that describes a multi-agency examination and review of the Afghan withdrawal. And
of which we did, not to interrupt people, but of which we did a very long breakdown, a full segment breakdown comparing the departure of Afghanistan to the departure from Vietnam.
Yes.
It was fantastic.
It was great.
Very information filled. Go check that out.
Yeah, you definitely flexed your Vietnam history muscles on that one. You fucking nailed it.
I went fucking ham in that segment.
Yes. Yes, you did. So we're going to take a trip to the White House press room.
Did you
Yes.
hear Spencer say that he saw Pete Ducey when he went to Las Vegas?
No.
Yeah. He did not speak to him, but he saw Pete Ducey. He was waiting for an Uber.
I'm surprised Spendo knows who Pete Ducey is.
Yeah. He knows a little bit of stuff.
Because he doesn't like it. He tells me he doesn't like nothing like that. The only thing he likes in the world is sports.
Yeah. But he knows a little bit of stuff.
Yeah, and video games. He likes to. He has a little video gaming every night. He says.
Yeah, I don't think he likes how serious it is.
I think that's a lot of people's issue.
Politics is mad serious.
You like all this shit, and I just destroyed your soul last segment.
Yeah,
so
that was tough. That was tough. Those are big concepts to take in.
You know me and my foreign policy and shit.
And I even was like, this is my show. This is our show. I do the other half of it. I was prepared for us to talk about that. And I still was not prepared for that.
Like I said, I think Ivan would have been very proud.
Yeah.
We're missing you in the chat there, Ivan, but
we love you.
I'm sure you're out there making things happen and pay attention to the commodities markets.
Yeah, seeds and shit.
Yeah.
That fucking guy.
All right, so let's take a trip to the White House press conference room or whatever the hell they call it and listen to Pete Duce talk about something.
It doesn't seem like after...
What?
It has a person's name.
Oh, I'm sure.
It's like
some
so-and-so's
fucking donor somewhere.
Yeah. Or some press secretary, some dude who died, some fucking something. Yeah, it has a person's name.
Well, I'm sure that person was a huge piece of shit, and considering he was a United States politician, so we'll go with that. Maybe he's a fallen hero, and I'm speaking out of school, but I don't know shit. My bad. Either way, Pete Duce, take it away.
The country has had a couple months to review this, and as the government has, people don't have an issue with the decision to order troops out of Afghanistan. It is with the way that this president ordered it done. There were children being killed. There were people hanging off of Air Force jets that were leaving, and you're saying that you guys are proud of the way that this mission was conducted?
Doesn't mean
of that?
Proud of the fact that we got more than 124,000 people safely out of Afghanistan? You bet. Proud of the fact that American troops were able to seize control of a defunct airport and get it operational in 48 hours?
After you closed down Bagram Air Force Base, you fucking piece of shit. Yes, after you fucked up and decided to leave the one fucking strong base you had in the region and decided you had to go to Bagram Air Force Base, or not you had to go to the actual international airport of fucking Afghanistan. Come on, buddy.
You bet. Proud of the fact that we now have about 100,000 Afghans, our former allies and partners, living in this country and working towards citizenship? You bet.
A lot of which you didn't fucking save, asshole. A lot of which a bunch of former operators had to get together and get all their fucking assets together in their fucking PMC organizations to get their fucking friends out of country. People like fucking Glenn Beck that got a hold of people that got certain religious minorities out of the country because they were all about to fucking die. You didn't do shit for them.
Tim Kennedy and a bunch of his homeboys fucked around. Yeah.
All those people.
Man.
Yeah, you fucking bet you're proud of that, you piece of shit.
Does that mean that everything went perfect in that evacuation? Of course not. I've talked about it from a different podium. The after-action reviews are now being reviewed by members of Congress, which will lay out things that could have gone better. Nobody's saying that everything was perfect. But there was a lot that went right. And a lot of Afghans are now living better lives in this country and other countries around the world because of the sacrifices and the work of so many American government officials. So yeah, there's a lot to be proud of, Peter.
So you're proud of when that fucking happened? You remember this? Remember when that fucking Air Force blew up with fucking Afghans clinging on it for dear fucking life, who then fell to their fucking deaths? You're proud of the 13 Americans that got killed that day? Yeah. If you guys had your fucking shit together, none of that would have fucking happened. What else you got to say there, fucking Kirby?
Despite having his options curtailed, President Biden led a deliberate, rigorous, and inclusive decision-making process that was responsive to facts on the ground.
So thank God it was fucking inclusive. Thank God it was conclusive. And also, if you would have listened to the facts on the ground, I don't have the clip there, but there was the operator that was on the ground who tried to get permission to take fire on the suicide bomber that killed those 13 U.S. soldiers over there and continually got refused to take any action on it, who testified in front of Congress to that point. Yeah, you definitely listened to the facts on the ground.
Security vetting.
What is this one?
Get planes coming in and getting them loaded, have medical screening, have security vetting, have diplomatic presence on the ground to make sure that we're putting the right people on planes, but also defend that airport from external threats. That's pretty remarkable. And so for all this talk of chaos, I just didn't see it. Not from.
You didn't see the chaos. You did not see the chaos. All right there, fucking homie.
Yeah, we talked about this before. I went to school with a gal who was at Abbey Gate, and she organized the immediate response in the aftermath of the explosion. That's very interesting.
But they're very proud of it. Very proud of it. I think this can be the last one. Then we'll move on because it was all just completely ludicrous, and he got real hyped up about it. I watched the whole press conference in its entirety one time just to make sure, missing context. No. He was just this unhinged the entire time. I mean, he's like, I'm dying on this hill. We did a good job in Afghanistan, which is what precipitated everything else that we just talked about in part 3.
Yeah, no way, dude.
Once you turn it over, it's just like what we're doing in Ukraine. We give Ukraine artillery ammunition, Stinger
this is to the all the billions of dollars of equipment we left there.
Anti-air missiles, Javelin anti-tank. It's their stuff at that point, not the Americans. It's their stuff. That stuff belonged to the Afghans. And so this argument is just ludicrous that we left millions of dollars of stuff in Afghanistan. We didn't. We turned it over, as the previous administration would have done too, because part of their thinking was they were going to have to turn this material over. it was turned over appropriately and carefully and deliberately with the Afghan National Security Defense Forces.
Who proceeded to dissolve their government and flee the country the minute you guys fucking ditched out. If you were to have an organized withdrawal from Bagram Air Force Base, where the government wouldn't have been blindsided and given the Taliban essentially carte blanche to just invade the entire city of Riyadh or of Kabul, this would not have happened, and that could have been a thing that the people could have utilized. We could have continued to provide U.S. air support if required. We could have gotten everybody securely and secretly out of Bagram Air Force Base, and never would have had to deal with this entire clusterfuck. So the makeup of the government could have stayed intact, and the perception of them continuing power to continuing to be in power could have been maintained. But no. Everything was fine, says Kirby. And that all that equipment, we gave that to the Afghans. It wasn't ours. It was the Afghan military. So it was their problem to deal with, and they just hightailed it and left. So this is really their fault, that $7.1 billion. Thankfully, Community Notes has chimed in on this post. Multiple sources have cited billions in military equipment left behind by the United States military, including the Special Inspector General of Afghanistan Reconstruction, the SIGAR, I like that one. The DoD reported that at least $7.1 billion in equipment and at least $57.6 million in funds the state had no plan for recovery. So that's the last of the Crush Morosity. He went to bat for this report. The press was outraged that they got like a 5-page summary from this thing, and I believe the actual report was hundreds of pages long.
Yeah.
Because it was from multiple departments at that point. So that's.
I don't think
that's that.
I think this has to be looked at as far as the equipment goes the same way that, if a lot of people don't like the direct comparison between Afghanistan and Vietnam, right? So if we're only going to look at certain parts of it that way, there are some that you can really directly relate, and the equipment is one thing. And when we look at the equipment left behind in Vietnam, that's exactly how we look at it. We left it behind. We didn't have any plans to bring it home. That doesn't mean that we should have left it there, especially because a lot of that shit the Vietnamese couldn't use when we left it there. And so I mean,
we all saw the videos of the Taliban trying to fly the Blackhawks afterwards.
Right.
That didn't go so well at first.
That's nonsense. That's nonsense.
It's a couple idiots trying to fly when they didn't have any training.
It's not a lie to say that we didn't have a plan for recovery, but to try and excuse it like we never planned that. On getting it, we're going to leave it there the whole time.
It was theirs.
That's bullshit.
Yeah,
I know.
Yeah. So that whole thing. It's still a joke to this day, and I think it still holds that was the sign that everybody took on the world stage to be like, all right, America's a fucked up piece of shit. We're free to move about the cabin.
Yeah.
Ding dong. Let's go. All right. So we're going to ease into the uppers of life, nice and easy, by continuing to shit on the corporate press a little bit, and then then it'll be totally and utterly just ridiculous nonsense, and everything's going to be fun. We saw this week that NPR was officially labeled state-affiliated media on Twitter, and corporate press immediately clutched their pearls as hard as they could. So this is a clip from, I believe, CNN This Morning, starring none other than the reformed and now non-sexist Don Lemon. And this is what they had to say on the matter.
So this is happening, and then you also have Elon Musk removing the New York Times.
Oh yeah. He went to training. And he got reformed. He's fine.
Oh god damn it, you guys!
I'm actually pretty sure he took like a little PowerPoint thing, because during his time off, he was down in Florida posting pictures next to a pool. So
god damn it,
so
you
there's
guys.
that. So yeah, he's still popping.
Blue check. Is he turning off the broader public or a broader, bigger audience than just people who agree with him, and perhaps even trolls?
I think so, and I think the biggest risk is if you go after certain media outlets without a set of parameters, you can lose a lot of trust in the platform, especially because people leverage Twitter in emergency situations. You know, if there's a flood in your town, a natural disaster, if there's a major political situation, you want to be able to go on the platform and know that the stuff that you're seeing is authoritative. If Elon Musk is going to sort of cherry pick which outlets get amplified, which ones have labels, he risks people not being able to trust Twitter at critical times. And that's where Twitter does its best work. It's where it gets its most engagement.
So what you're saying is, by saying NPR is now labeled as state-affiliated media, their reputation is being tarnished?
You can't trust what they're saying.
We can't
now.
trust the corporate press? We can't trust...
You can't trust Twitter.
We
because
can't
the way they're classifying
that's
the corporate
right.
press.
That's right. So they're, because they're not labeled an authoritative outlet per se, because they have the moniker state-affiliated media, because they have... I've learned now, it used to be 2%, it's actually 8% of their funding. I saw a bunch more data on this lately. Because of that, they're no longer a trusted source because they're state-affiliated media.
Oh, my God.
So okay. I mean, we knew that. I mean, anybody who knows anything about the corporate press knows they're all state-affiliated media, including this show that you're on right now, you fucking piece of shit. The real big dig is that the only other kind of like accounts on Twitter that have state-affiliated media are like coming out of like Russia Today
Like
and
the CCP
and the
and
CCP,
stuff like
yeah,
that,
whatever.
yeah.
It's like the Daily Sun or whatever that's
Right.
called from the CCP, which are legitimately 100%. I mean, it's a different level of state-sponsored media.
Right.
But I mean, if you want to get technical, bitch, NPR, National Public Radio, is a state-affiliated media source.
They don't seem to disagree with the federal government very much. So
Oh,
long,
God, no.
So long as there are
No.
Democrats that are in place there.
Yeah, they're just CNN's offended because they are on the same side as NPR. So there you go.
First of all, how dare you?
How dare you?
There it is.
We had that.
Yeah, don't forget we also have,
Get your shit together.
Yeah.
which I feel like Don Lemon should do right now.
Yeah, and you see Elon Musk also on Twitter weighing in on the decisions he's making, like this one with NPR. But what Twitter's policy is that state-affiliated means it's an outlet where the state, the government, exercises control over editorial content through financial resources, direct or indirect political pressures, and or control over production. That's obviously not NPR. NPR does great journalism. They cover the White House. They cover the Hill. They cover everything. They do great work. And so this
Great work, bro.
idea
They
that
do great work. I love that statement more than anything else. Because I mean it applies to like when I was talking about the Elijah Blue situation and all that. She does great work. Okay, everybody does great work, bro. They all do great work. CNN, they do great work.
Great
NPR,
work.
great work. We have discussed multiple segments from multiple NPR podcasts where their great work was full of shit. And we tore it apart
Total
here
lies.
on the show.
Yeah.
100%. But they do great work.
Great work.
They do great work.
High quality, not biased at all.
Not even a little bit. And that's fine. CNN's threatened because they don't like Elon Musk. They don't like the fact that Twitter is much more of a free speech platform these days as it is. And they don't like the fact that Elon Musk is a fucking troll and the richest guy in the world at the same time. So he can fuck around. I don't know if you saw this, but on the PC version of Twitter, this little Twitter icon right here, for the past week has been a Doge fucking
I did see
icon.
that. I did
It was
see
a
that.
Doge, baby. And he just did that because he's a billionaire troll. He fucks around. That's
Look
why.
how funny this is.
And it was funny because
Look at
Doge
this- look at
shot
this
through the
little
fucking
dog.
roof for a minute. That was pretty funny.
He just said, look at this little dog.
Yes, and here's a lovely little breakdown from the numbers come from the Libertarian Party of New Hampshire that breaks down the numbers of the money NPR received from the U.S. taxpayer over the last couple of years. So in 2022, they they got almost $500 million in federal funding, and in 2021, they got $640 million of federal funding.
Damn.
Some of that is in grants that are competitive, quote unquote. But at this point, if you're NPR, it's kind of a shoe-in. You just apply and you get the money.
Yeah.
And then, but hey, they also just fired like I forget exactly what the numbers are, but they fired a shit ton of employees over in NPR over the last week.
They did?
Yeah, man. They're going down hard. All right. So now let's get to some fun stuff. This is, if we all remember, I don't know if we talked about it on the show or not.
I
but
thought those microphones were part of his suit. It's like, why is he dressed like that?
New Zealand, bro. Don't be
Yeah.
hating on somebody else's culture. This is the new Prime Minister of New Zealand, because the old Prime Minister, I forget her name.
Jacinda
but
Ardern.
Yes, she recently stepped down because it was all just
Too
It
stressful.
was all just too much.
It's too much.
So this is the new
Stealing
Prime
people's
Minister.
rights is really stressful.
Yes, it is. Especially when they push back a little
Yeah,
bit.
I hell thought that those microphones were like his lapels.
His lapels coming
I was
out.
like, what the
Yeah.
fuck?
I'd be lying if I said I didn't think the same thing when I watched this video the first time. But hey, at least they have a member of the indigenous person to do the signing in the background.
That's woke as
This
fuck.
guy, I mean, just look at his face. He looks like a really sad puppy dog, which is really funny, but just listen to this interaction.
Sean. I just wanted to ask you, given comments by Keir Starmer in Britain, how do you and how does this government define a woman?
That good old fashioned question.
Let's hear it.
What is a woman?
What is a woman?
Look at his face. Look at his face. Oh, fuck.
To be honest, Sean, that question's come slightly out of left field for me. Biology, sex, gender.
Words?
People define themselves. People define their own genders. Keir Starmer has said that he believes 99.9% of women do not have penises. And I know it's a strange thing for him to say, but given recent events in New Zealand,
This is going to get trolled hard.
I'd ask again, how do you define what a woman is? Well, I think as I've just indicated, I wasn't expecting that question, so it's not something that I've, pre-formulated an answer on.
It's a lady.
In terms of gender identity, I think people define their gender identity for themselves.
Oh, my God.
It's a lady.
It's a lady. And that's...
Y'all are too stoned, but I thought it was a suit as well. but I'm stoned too, so that's not saying a lot.
Yo, bro, I ain't stoned. That's what I'm saying. I just...
Damn, bro.
When I first saw this,
Yeah.
I was like, oh, what is that? Because I'm looking on my little phone's little tiny little screen, you know? But yeah, I like the fact that that journalist knew he was trolling this guy. And the minute he was like,
He got him.
he's like, oh, double down, baby.
Hooked
All
him.
I'm saying,
Let's go.
let's fucking go, dude. So that was quite humorous. That's the new leader of New Zealand.
Yeah,
So
come on, bro.
that's fucking fun. Who would have thought? Sidney McCain, based.
It hides in plain sight. Epstein was hiding in plain sight. We all knew about him. We all knew what he was doing. But we had no one that was, legal aspect that would go after him. They were afraid of him. For whatever reason, they were afraid of him. It hides in
Sidney McCain, based.
John McCain's wife?
John McCain's wife, his late wife, his widow.
Yeah.
Yeah, she knew about Epstein. She knows what the deal is. Apparently, she's
Because
more
no one
based
would
than we
go
would have
after
thought.
him. What the fuck?
This was on fucking. You can't see it in the thing. We'll minimize.
C-SPAN 3?
This was on C-SPAN,
What the
baby.
fuck?
This is an interview on C-SPAN. She getting out there being like, "Yeah, we all knew what he was doing. We just didn't really have any legal means to go after him. He'd already been tried before. He'd already been found guilty of certain pedo crimes. So, fucking Sidney McCain, she knew what's up."
What the fuck?
Oh, I promised you earlier in the show some beautiful looks at what is
Ooh.
possible with home manufacturing of firearms.
Pretty sure that's an FGC 9.
I'm pretty sure it's fucking badass is what it is.
Yeah.
And I like the colors that go into these things too. I'm noticing that. Look at that fucking... the only thing that's printed on this thing is the lower receiver.
That's dope.
And that's legit as fuck. Both these bad boys. I like those a lot.
Yeah, that's cool as hell.
That's super cool. I think these are those are like the holes that you got to drill when you do
those
the
are the
unfinished
pins.
things. Yeah. I really like the fucking pink gun with the magazine.
Yeah.
It's fire.
Yeah, those are cool.
I just noticed my camera's
Ooh,
right in the
that's
middle of that
dope,
one.
too. That's a
That one's
chassis
super
for
dope.
it? Yeah, that's sick.
Yeah, that I actually saw the guy actually shooting this thing. He's got a video of it. It's fucking dope, dude. real
That's
dope. But you
cool
could
as
see
hell.
like the resin cuts on that thing
Right.
and the sanding and stuff that goes along there. It don't take much. That's all you got to do, bro. And again, we talked about this earlier, but you can't put the genie back in the bottle as far as home manufacturing of firearms go. That's the whole deal. That's what'll happen when you make firearms illegal or try to. This is what's going to happen. People are already doing it. Okay, this
Whoa.
is going to blow your mind.
What?
And this is a real life story. The interview is 2 minutes long, and so let's kind of talk over it if we need to.
Hold on.
But this is some real shit.
This is real?
This is real.
This isn't a fake.
Yeah, I will pull up another story about this because this is real as shit.
The one controversial aspect here, because we interview people all the time who want to change their appearance, people who see their bodies as ongoing
What the
artwork, all well and good. That's absolutely fine. But you have stepped into the realms of controversy by saying that you now
Controversy.
identify as black. Now, what do you mean by that?
Yeah, not only my whole body, so not only the appearance changed, also my feelings and my beauty idols.
I understand that people will, obviously, they're going to react.
The accent, by the way, I will tell you right now, the accent is German.
Okay.
And we will.
She's German.
After this, we will show a pre and post situation.
She's German. She
Yes.
identifies as black.
Yes, and had tanning injections to.
What?
Yeah, she had tanning injections. I didn't know that was a real thing. To change the outward appearance of her skin. So we
But
carry on.
it's the fact that you say you identify as black.
Also, I don't want to fight the black people. I do it for myself. It is not a media attention. I'm just talk with them who want to talk with me because also, I'm really proud that this medicine works for me so well, and I can feel in myself that I'm changing to a black woman.
I love the
and now that
reactions
I'm
to the
a black
reaction.
She
woman,
looks
but-
terrifying.
Yeah.
She looks terrifying.
Yes, for you audio listeners out there, I will give you a name here in a minute. I think it's in the post, so I got to look it up again. But
What's up with the boobs?
rough.
What's the boob thing? Are the boobs ever addressed, or it's just about her race?
she does address it. She likes the curves.
But I have to say, I have to learn more about all these cultures, and that's the reason why I'm going to be in January. I want to go to Africa.
So she recognizes her privilege. So she knows she has to do the research. She got to do the work to understand the values of the culture.
Okay, so she's not okay. So she's gonna go and find roots in Africa.
Yes, so that she can better identify with the culture.
To learn more about the cultures, to avoid misunderstandings.
This guy.
But you,
And to
but you,
learn more about the cultures and the person's self.
but you understand that race and colour is much more than skin deep. It's heritage and
absolutely.
pedigree and tradition and history and struggle. It's all of
not
those
very
things that
woke
you
of
can't
you.
hope.
This is in the UK, bro. Like the interview.
This is crazy.
To get anywhere near with 3 tanning injections.
No,
looks pretty
but,
black
but
to me.
also the all these steps, also having black curly hairs and also have butt implants. Like also, I like the curves of black women, and I want to get them step by step. But I know Africa has a lot of different states, and I have a lot of fans and friends
like,
all over
what the
Africa.
fuck?
I'm going step by step, visit different countries to learn more about the culture and to find which of these countries is matching most to mine. to
Get the
myself.
fuck out of here. Which is matching most to me.
Yes. Okay, so
Oh my god.
give me 1 second. I will find the.
I mean, we used to call this woman Rachel Dolezal. Did
We-
you know
well,
that
we used to.
she has an OnlyFans, Rachel Dolezal?
Yes, I did. Thanks to the Drinking Bros boys. Her name is Martina Big. This is her official Wikipedia page.
Oh my god.
Copy.
There is an episode of It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia where Dee dresses up like
Yes.
that's literally what it looks like. That's literally what it looks like.
Okay, so I believe I got to check here because it's like oh no, it's safe search off. Okay, boom. So pre and post, that's what we're looking at.
You are you fucking joking me.
No, I'm not. This is it, baby. This is it. This is her husband. They recently got married over in Hawaii.
Yep, you bet.
Yep, that's but yeah, pre-post. So she got the breast implants and I believe the buttock implants before she got the tanning injection treatment.
I mean, the breasts they're ridiculous.
They're more ridiculous than the guy up in fucking Canada.
And they're horrific.
I mean, she's living her best life, bro. So there's her over in Africa, seeing some zebras out there on safari.
And that's what she thinks black people look like.
Yeah.
Because she's trying to imitate black people.
Mm-hmm.
Because she said she likes the curves of a black woman.
She's the
So
Dylan
you
Mulvaney of
mean
black women.
Like a black grandma that has huge tits. That's what you're talking about?
Stereotypical.
Right.
That's what she's talking about, yeah.
You want to be Aunt Jemima, but also not because you weigh 9 pounds, not including all of the saline that is your boobs.
Check. So, as the world collapses.
What is happening to us? What is happening?
I thought that would wreck your mind a little bit. So I wanted to offer a little bit of humor to go with this. And this will be you and Jordan here in a couple of years. Bam! Just so for audio listeners, mother is painting a wall, standing up on a ladder. Kid comes up with a Nerf gun, shoots her in the leg. She freaks out, falls over, and dumps paint all over herself and the couch.
Oh, there is.
Oh, we got more. We got more.
There's one that I sent Jordan like a long time ago, because it was some dads that clear their house with Nerf guns. And they fuck their kids up, and it's really awesome.
There's a family on, I'm sure they're on TikTok, but I see them on Instagram Reels, where it's the whole family's involved, and they do these setups where they will put balloons full of some kind of like, I think it's like flour or something like that, or cornstarch, and they leave them all over the house. And then as people like, it's usually like the mom will be walking around somewhere and they'll be sitting there with their Nerf guns and they'll shoot the balloons and they'll pop them right over them and they get doused in flour. And I have seen about 5,000 fucking videos. Send me that video, please. All right. I'll throw it up in the chat. We'll throw it in the chat. Oh shit. Hang on. Gotta refresh. Copy. Pasties. There it is. There you go, Kevin. Enjoy. It's fucking awesome. I cannot wait for you to see the next one.
Do it.
This is just a quick little, it's not a video. This is just something that Shuon had posted, and I know we both have a problem with Shuon Head. Somebody made a little video there that said, don't go to college. It'll turn your kids into this, that, and the other thing. And then so Shuon had posted this video, said, don't send your daughters to college. And she goes, it turns from that to that. And I don't got anything to say about that at all.
That's awesome.
I just wanted to be there and for you to see it. All right. So in people so fucking crazy ass news, this video here is a man who he lived through a tornado on the porch as he videotaped the entire thing, and it's so fucking wild. I wanted you to see it.
Goddamn dumb.
Turn that down a little bit. So it's, you got a little bit of hail going on. You got some rain. Things escalate pretty quickly as obviously the high winds roll in, the wall of water. Things. Notice where trees are for a moment. obviously it's getting a little severe out here. And he's just like, all right, I'm gonna hang out in the corner of my house here.
Why is he doing
He's
that?
looking at. He's just in a.
Oh,
the tree is down now.
okay.
And no,
Go
I'm not
indoors.
gonna go inside.
Go indoors.
I'm just
Why
gonna
are you
hang
doing
out here.
this?
I'm just gonna hang out here
Why is he doing this?
and waiting for the fucking. It's a tornado. It goes by pretty quick, right? So there, yeah, the tree fell on his fucking car. He almost got killed by whatever that fuck that post is.
Why wouldn't he go
He's-
inside?
He's fine now. You know, it passed. Everything's chill now.
What the hell, man?
And the dude, how did you survive? That's my question. The entire hurricane just whipped right through your fucking area. Tree, all the trees now in the street are down.
Oh
all
my
the trees are down.
God.
And you just kind of ducked into a corner of your house. You got a tree on your fucking house, bro. You got a tree on your house.
This is my street.
No shit, bud.
That's crazy.
Oh, you should have probably gone inside. That's all I'm saying. Probably should have gone inside. All right. Now, I've saved the best video for last.
Okay.
So
I just
this
sent
is-
you. I found the video
Oh, we
that I
did?
was talking about too. Yeah, I sent it to you. And
Okay. Let me switch
Insane.
over real quick. We'll play that before the end.
And these dudes, I found them on Instagram. There's a couple different videos, but this one is
Oh, I've seen this.
yes.
I've seen this. It's
this guy
awesome.
has a couple different videos.
Yes. All right, let's play this. Hey, thanks for contributing to the grab bag today, bud.
Absolutely.
The slow motion is what I love. Kid's like, nah, bro, I'm here for it. Oh no. Oh no. Murked. It's just like, no, no. Dude, she had backup?
Yes.
Oh. Kids, we got some training. Look at the face of disappointment,
Yes.
dude. The look
Washington
of
homeowners,
disappointment
look,
on
we
that
need
poor
to
kid's
talk.
face. Like, I
Solar
know, I
works
fucking
in
fucked up that drill,
Washington.
Dad. I'm sorry.
We hear all the time. Solar doesn't work because it's so.
That was fantastic. Oh. All right. So
What is that guy's name?
this is
I think his name is Jeremy.
Jeremy Barrett. Yeah, it's Jeremy.
Whoa.
Jeremy Barrett.
Jeremy.
Okay.
What the hell?
I've watched this clip multiple times.
He's LARPing.
He is a LARPer. He's there for a tournament, but
LARP tourney.
yeah, a
Nice.
LARP tourney, and
LARP tourney.
him and his friends were essentially they didn't witness a crime, but they came across a crime scene, and this was his statement in the local news afterwards.
We were in the middle of our tournament when my friend John.
Hang on, that's
He's awesome.
That is
His
too.
voice is so great.
Wait for
This
it.
is going to be on YMH.
Better be.
It's going to be.
We were in the middle of our tournament when my friend John
voice
said he
is so
found a
good.
body in the bushes
Oh my
over
God.
there. I ran over there because I'm a healing monk to try and help, but
no.
obviously my magic wasn't strong enough because the dude's body was missing a head. So my friend decided to try and use a necromancer spell,
Get the
which
fuck
didn't
out.
work, which I knew it wouldn't. And apparently we contaminated the crime scene because that spell uses a lot of glitter.
Oh my God, yes. Oh, just destroyed a crime scene with glitter.
Every
That's
time
so
I watch
good.
that, it's too fucking good.
Oh my God.
One more. Just
Then he
listen.
couldn't convince his friend to not throw glitter on a dead body.
And I knew it wouldn't work.
We were in the middle of our tournament when my
His
friend
voice is
John said
so
he found a
good.
body in the bushes over there. I ran over there because I'm a healing monk to try and help, but obviously my magic wasn't strong enough because the dude's body was missing a head. So my friend decided to try and use a necromancer spell, which didn't work, which I knew it wouldn't. And apparently we contaminated the crime scene because that spell uses a lot of glitter.
He's just so fucking clueless.
What the fuck?
All right, ladies and gentlemen, that's the show. We're out of here.
Oh my God. I love you, everybody. Thank you very much for joining
Yes.
us. This has been episode 145 of Assault of the Streets. We'll be back in 2 weeks. Another fantastic episode for you.
Because that
You
spell
can-
uses a lot of glitter.
That's right. Yes, because that spell uses a lot of glitter. You guys can send us topics at any time, anything
Please.
you want us to watch, anything you want us to talk about, anything at all.
Just send them right here.
Yes, and we will be here for you. Thank you guys again. We'll see you in a few weeks. Yelp. I am Donovan.
I'm Colin.
We hope you guys have a fantastic week.
Bye.
Welcome to the salt of the streets, coming at you every week with this food for thought. Hope you ready to eat everything.